So boys, we have a few games this video, and this is actually a breakdown video. But we're breaking down one of my own games, and well, kind of a series of games, I suppose, right? We're in the Detroit Lions uniforms on offense to begin this Pittsburgh offense, and you see the very first thing I do is audible from gun bunch down to the single back wing stack. Now you guys have seen me run this formation a lot recently, and immediately we get a big play with this route corner. Now you might be wondering, what is the point audibling down? Bunch is one of the best formations in Madden year after year after year, and really if you master a couple of plays from it, like the play verticals, which is really the play that I feel super comfortable with, you can call verticals out of almost anything. So you always have the threat of verticals, and then when we audible down, we're audibling down to what I call a power play. From single back wing stack, we're going to be rolling out from this. It takes very specific defense to defend it. It is defendable. Everything in Madden is defendable, but when you audible down to it, and you look to quick snap it like we did right there, it's easy to pick up some pretty big chunk plays. And right there, just like that, really without even having to try too much, we're able to pick up 30 yards just like that. Now, throughout this, you'll see me run things in a few different ways. I recorded this with the purpose of breaking it down afterwards. And we're going to do the same thing, just ended up being flipped. We're going to run out here to the left side. And again, you see just like that, we're able to get another big play, double juke. And in 2 plays, we're able to set ourselves up for an easy touchdown. Look at the exact same thing here, right? We're just going to have our formation flipped, come out in bunch. We could snap bunch at any time, so they have to set up bunch defense. And then we're going to audible down to single back wing stack. And in 2 plays, we are able to score a pretty quick touchdown. Mind you, on this play, we could have thrown Y technically. We have RB, obviously. We have X and then maybe potentially B a little bit late. Probably not in this case, but we have that. Pittsburgh playbook, again, on offense. And I have roaming Deadeye on my quarterback, so that's a pretty big ability I've been using a lot recently. We do end up going for 2. I don't recommend going for 2 too often. We call the play dig return. And, I mean, I just had this a bunch play. I've had this play forever. We run a zig route on our ISO wide receiver. This will cook man coverage or anything that's not a hard flat out here. Then we have a deep in route and a zig on the right side. I apologize. My telestrator I'm looking for a replacement for the telestrator I've used in the past for these videos. I love using the telestrator. It's just there was like a Windows update, and the telestrator I used before just doesn't work anymore, which is frustrating. But yeah, nonetheless, he's gonna be on offense. We're up 8 zip right now. Let's skip ahead slightly. And we're going to be running a lot of what I call, or not what I call, but what is called double Mabel. Mabel coverage is a type of zone coverage where on one side of the field, you have a flat set to 5 yards short, and then you have a flat set to 25 or 30 yards deep. Essentially, a deep flat, a short flat, and then you'll have a deep zone, typically a deep half coming from this DB right here. So the entire left or entire one side of the field is blanketed, right? Short flat, deep zone. Double Mabel is doing that on both sides. Issue with double Mabeling is that you can't blitz out of it, and typically the middle of the field is kind of open. He immediately runs the ball on our double Mabel to begin it, which is a good way to counter the double Mabel. It can be susceptible to the run game a little bit. We'll see what he ends up doing if he keeps on sticking with the run game. We have some counters to the run game, and when he showed that he was willing to run, one big thing I love doing, this is such a huge piece of advice I feel like for every Madden ever, for every defense possible, is when you are playing somebody in shotgun and they are running the ball, you typically, a rule of thumb, right? Not always, but a rule of thumb, is you want to user somebody on the halfback side and you're looking to loop across, okay? If the running back is on the right, typically the run is going to the left in shotgun, right? Because they inside zones, bases, all that cross over. So vice versa as well. So right here, you see me using that right side. He ends up passing right here. And the double Mabel just does a great job of pretty much bagging everything. He just scrambles out of bounds for a sack, or technically a sack of 1 yard, I guess. Negative 1 yard rush, I don't know. And Lamar Jackson are talking to each other on the sideline, which is a little bit odd. And now he's going to pistol you off. A little bit of a unique formation. Don't know what he's doing here, but I'm big on I want to play the game how I want to play it. I will make minor adjustments to my game based on how they're playing. But right here, you're going to see, I'm just going to stick in the same double Mabel. He's in a totally new formation. He was just in trio the play before, type of trips. But now he's in pistol you off. I'm like, whatever. I don't even care. Let's go to this. Same idea. And boom, we're going to play good defense. He may have had a bomb right here. Now, one big thing I love in my safeties is deep in zone, which allows me to be able to give up the middle a little bit. And my safeties just do a great job of recovering. But he may have had a big play right here, which I would adjust to. Instead, he throws that. Bad read. He's not, judging just from that, he's not the greatest player ever. Mind you, we are in the all Madden legend division. So like this is the highest quality of online players you will be able to play for the most part. And now he's an A slot offset. And we're still in that double Mabel. Still in that double Mabel. My user's in the middle of the field. And he's going to go for a corner route. When you're playing double Mabel, you can't be attacking the sidelines unless you're going to try to attack the deep sidelines. He tries attacking the sidelines. Doesn't work, obviously. And now we're on a 4th and 11. You also see here one big piece of advice I love against any kind of trip set, which we have 1, 2, 3 receivers spread out on this side. So a trip set is to roll the high safety on the weak side over. Because think about in this formation, if we have a 30-yard cloud flat on the right side, right, 30-yard cloud flat on the right side, who can attack above 30 yards to the right side here on this side of the field? Really nobody. It would take a super deep post route or a wheel route super late to get up there. And so I'm just going to take the bet of saying that we can roll that guy over, help in the middle. And he ends up just attacking just above my user. If you watch right here, my user's Luke Kuechly. I just stayed down for a second too far. These guys will get you with some of these snap throws. This is a pretty lurkable pass. So now that I know that he is willing to kind of do this kind of snap throw type thing, in my head, I'm like, okay, this is a lurkable ball. I'm okay. I hate that I gave up a 4th down, but I'm okay with that's how he had to move the ball. It's just, it's not a ball that you're going to be able to throw for entire games, in my opinion. It's a tough ball to live by. He's now in spread, which I'm not 100% sure how we want to defend this. There's a good chance I just stick in the double Mabel, and we do. And he, again, that seam, it looks super open. It really isn't that open. Ends up holding onto that ball. If that's how he wants to make a living, that's how he makes a living. Set feet lead makes these passes over the deep middle way more feasible, but without set feet lead, they're just not really able to be thrown. He's going to throw that one, and now it's picked off. And again, that was kind of a thing where I was able to... There's a reason, even though he's moving the ball, I'm sitting in a very similar defense, play to play to play, and it's just because you can just kind of feel out, like, hey, how good is this guy? In this case, I'm like, this Cow Nuts here, buddy Cow Nuts, he is not the best Madden player in the world. He's fine, but he's not the best Madden player in the world, meaning that I can get away with, I can sit in the same defense, and he's going to make mistakes, as long as I'm sitting in a good defense, which double Mabel is. Here we go to bunch verticals, streak the halfback, love this setup. He just plays good defense, right? Just man coverage across the board, nothing's really open. And we just get sacked. Notice that the sack is only a loss of 4. Big, big, big deal right there. And now, because I saw him in man coverage, we're going to go back to verticals, but we're going to post the point wide receiver and angle route the halfback. Last time this guy was on a crosser, a stock crosser. Halfback was on a streak. Now we have 2 man-beating routes on the field because we identified he was in man last play. And just like that, I mean, you could see this time the post is wide open. He kind of blew coverage right there. A crosser probably would have been open too. And we're going turbo. Right, with back-to-back verticals. Now we're going back to the deep corner route, which he has shown through the first 2 plays of the game, right, that he cannot stop. Let's see what he does this time. Boom. We're going to have that corner out again. Now, the corner out is the most ideal read, but is not the only read on that play. It's just the easiest, and a lot of people have issues defending it. But it is certainly defendable. If you watch my game against Drini about a week ago or so, he defends it fine. You can defend it. It's just tough to defend, which is what a good offense is. And it's fun. We have the post route. Again, that's that bunch of verticals route combo. Boom. Juke move. Good. And we're moving. We're 5 for 5 for 164. Can't complain. Now, I know a lot of people would be like, hey, I want to call more plays than just a couple of the plays that you're calling. Super fair. There are more plays available. But we've had a total of, 6 plays on offense. And of our 6 plays, we've called 2 different plays. And even that, we've had 2 different setups of verticals. And right here, we're all the way down to tight end attack now. Post, honestly, don't love this combo, but we'll see if it ends up being okay for us. I missed the halfback wheel, but we're going to be able to just eat a sack for a loss of 3. Don't like taking sacks. Never like a big sack. Honestly, big sacks aren't the worst thing in the world, but never mind. Let me get back on topic. You want to minimize the sacks. And here, I just saw a really bad read. Honestly, just super, super, super bad. Good user by him, but, I mean, we have the halfback, I believe, wide open. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the halfback's open here. I just got pressured, and I just kind of guessed past it. It's why some of these meshing concepts aren't the best things ever, but it's just, yeah. Yeah, that's something that you can't be doing what I just did right there. Only nice thing is that we tackle him at his own 1, but, I mean, we had the halfback open. Deep meshing concepts in Madden where you have, two players, two routes running across from one another are very bad when you get pressure in your face because they result in what's called a guess passing because you don't have enough time to let it develop. And that's what happened right there. Just a very, very, very kind of amateur mistake by me, which is something I can't afford to do. Thankfully, though, very next play, boom, boom. When you're running this double Mabel coverage, dude, and mind you, this is lurk artist, but any safety who's tall can make this play. Just keep that in mind. Right, I know the sideline cover. I know the sideline's covered, so we're just using her in the middle of the field. This is a very hard throw. So we got drag crosses my face. We're going to work back up slightly, and boom. Some people will be upset by this throw. If he highballs this, I can't get it. This is just a regular bullet pass. And, yeah, so a lot of people would be upset that I was able to lurk this. This is not an insane lurk. While he is 10 yards behind me, it is a straight bullet pass. Just highball it. Put it up high, and I can't get that. Boom, just like that, easy touchdown. And he actually quits out of this game. So we're going to go over to game 2 already. And you can see how quick we did. I feel like you can force rage quits in Madden 24 a lot, dude. You can get people out of their games quickly. Let's go. Very first play. We're actually running trips tight end now. So there's just something that's part of that Steelers playbook, Steelers ebook that we have. I don't love this play. I honestly just want to try it out. This is PA boot out of trips tight end. Pittsburgh playbook again. Civil.gg has our offenses and defenses on here. Code premium gets you 25% off. Link to that's top description. You want full setups, full breakdowns, access to everything. A cool little Discord that we have hundreds of members in right now with people just wanting to get better at John Madden football. And this is trips tight end verticals. And we'll be able to see just underneath. Boom, angle route. One of my favorite setups in the game, man. I mean, a lot of these meta formations, dude, bunch, trips. If you run the play called verticals from them, they're great setups. Like, they are just so good. They are just so good. And now we're going to the RPO bubble, which is a great little play from trips tight end where it would pick up, 10, 11, 13 yards. So, again, a lot of people would say, oh, this offense is one play. A lot of people just look at that rollout play, and it's like, oh, you don't even play. Like, you don't have to only run that rollout play. If I wanted to, I could run that rollout play every play against this guy, and I doubt he'd defend it. But if you want to mix up your scheme a little bit more, you can. Right here, we're just working very basic route combo right here. Right, we see this out of so many different plays. Basic flood, right? Flat, corner, streak. Or this is a fade. Flat, corner, fade. Underneath, we have double drags. Very basic. Very basic. Right? You don't need to... And this is out of bunch strong. I could do this out of bunch. I could do this out of trips tight end. Boom. I could do this out of single back wing stack as well if I chose to. Right? Boom. Just taking the underneath. Now, we're going to flip the formation. I like running my corner routes to the short side of the field typically. And now, we're actually going to audible down to steal or drive after the flip. And let's see what we do here. I think we're going to probably roll out. Even though we do this to the short side. Yeah. Which I don't love. This time, though, we're able to hit that backside in. And, we're 4 for 5 for 57 yards. The only bad play we had was really that first play of the drive. What do we do this time? Do we go corner route this time? Yeah, to the wide side. Don't love it, but we're going to have the drag underneath. I do apologize for the frame rate a little bit here, boys. Definitely don't know why the frame rate's being a little annoying. But just like that, this guy quits. And again, do I think this opponent's the best player in the world? Certainly not. I mean, he's probably fine. This is this guy's Super Bowl we play, MM10 HK. But what I'm getting at is like forcing rage quits is not hard in this game. Here we go. 1st and 10, he tries running the ball. We'll blow it up pretty easily. A lot of people do. They just be saying that Dollar can't stop the run. And, I mean, for the most part, Dollar can do a good job. Right? You see that kind of loop that I do? So he tries to cut it back. Easy tackle. Easy, easy tackle. Now he's in this Y-off trio. We're staying on the halfback side. Double Mabel once again. And just, I mean, he takes that little underneath route, which is fine. Now, defensively, I do like to mix it up, but against somebody who's struggling against a certain defense, I see no reason to purposely call different defense. I don't know what that throw was. But, people be trying to mix it up for no reason, I feel like, often in competitive Madden. In this situation right here where it's obvious that most of my opponents, but, especially this guy, he's struggling against the double Mabel. Why would I get out of it, dude? Show me you can beat this. Show me you can beat it. And honestly, right here he does. We try swatting it, and there's a pick. But he actually had the seam open potentially. Look at 18. This little, it's almost like a deep post that could have been thrown. He just makes a bad read. We deflect it, and then we pick it. Awesome. Love that. Boom, juke, juke. And then we get tackled. Now this player back in the single back wing stat, going to a corner route, this time to the wide receiver side. He ends up bagging, we just launched it out of bounds. Typically, though, we've been running corner routes to the left side out of this, or rather to the tight end side out of this. Now we're going back the other way. He actually runs baseline man coverage, which can give people and myself some issues. See right here, like this is a tough, you'll never really be able to make this throw. And it's just good defense by him. Was the angle route technically open? Sure. It's just pretty tough to make that throw. I feel like I make that throw in this video, though. Maybe it's a different video, but I don't love it. But because I recognize he's a man coverage, we're going to go back to that verticals play call. And he actually just, while we get a route open, he just gets a good pass rush, and that happens. We're at 3rd and 20. That sack right there is something that you don't want to do. I tried to run away. Look, watch what I tried doing here. And this is just stupid. You cannot run away from this in this game. Like, there's no running away from this. Right here, take the sack. I try running away, and I lose myself 3-4 yards, which could end up being a big deal, obviously. 3rd and 20 is worse than 3rd and 16, right? Well, that sounds like common sense. It's very true. Now, because I know he's in man coverage, we're going to put a hot routed crosser on the field. We motion this guy in. He has slot apprentice, and now we're just trying to get him open on that left sideline. I don't love the rest of this route combo, but I was kind of just making do with the play call I had. And watch what happens right here. Able to get that hot routed crosser wide open. And this is just what kind of happens when someone's sitting in the same coverage over and over again. I identify man coverage. I don't think he's going to get that same crazy rush, and I'm lucky he doesn't this time. Gives us enough time. Look at the step up right here. The play was snapped at the 36-yard line, and we threw it at the 38-yard line. Our quarterback's at the 38. So, and that is a big deal. You step back too far, that ball could get picked off because the ball is just in the air longer. And just like that, easy tutty. Let's see what we go for with the 2-point conversion right here. We're going to go steal or drive. And, yeah, we're just going to roll out. Let's see if he's able to, yeah, we're able to hit that corner out. Ooh, we got called out of bounds. Dang. When you get comfortable, especially in like a defensive set, it's tough for, I think it's so tough for people to beat it, right? You just got to make sure you're calling a good defensive play. If you're just calling, if you get comfortable in a bad defensive play, it won't be very good. But, you get comfortable in a good defensive play and you learn the minor adjustments you need to make around it, you're totally good. He ends up scrambling up the middle, almost a fumble right there. I do say consistently in these breakdown videos, I feel like I say this a lot, man, is that if they're going to beat you somewhere, the quarterback scramble up the middle, that's fine. That's where they beat you. He runs the ball right here. We're able to tackle him. Somehow we get him for a 4th and inches. I'm very surprised we did, but we do. And you see right here, watch this. So in this situation, right, I'm afraid of the run. So we hop on this guy, and we blitz both our slot corners to really help against the run. And we get really good pressure. He throws it right to our user in the middle of the field. Knowing user responsibility is huge, boys, right? I'm sitting in a cover 2 shell mostly. Even a double Mabel is a cover 2. So I know my responsibility is the middle. We have this guy right here in a hook curl to the left. So I got to take away kind of the right seam and the right middle. I see slant. Boom. He throws it at me. Yes. Easy, easy, easy. And just like that, that's another lurk. And even that, right, you're able to get 2 stops in a game of Madden 24. You should win. Your defense has played good. Even if I let up a touchdown every drive after this, my defense has already played good this game, right? There's nothing more I can ask for. And we decided to just roll out. Notice that A's wide open, so boom. And this is, man, I just love plays like this. And a lot of people will get mad at it, call it toxic, call it breaking the game, whatever. Bro, when you're playing Madden for hours and hours on end, it's just nice to have plays where you can just snap it, right, be on the phone talking to somebody, and just be able to make highlight plays. Really, it's nice. It's nice. It is. It's hard to play perfect dink and dunk football or whatever for 3 hours a day, whatever it is that you're playing every day. Sometimes you just want to zone out and get some games in, and that's why I really like playing offense like this. And it's just fun. It's a little bit different, right? I ran a bunch this entire year so far, some trips. Boom. See right there, man. Watch the user run up the middle. Watch his little spin move with the user. Watch his little spin move. Boom. Come down. See the runs going over there. Spin back. Able to make the tackle. Now, he could run that every play, and he'll probably get some decent yards. But just right there, holding him to only 3 yards, that will literally get so many people out of their run game that they just don't want to keep going. They're literally as simple as that. Let's see. Dropping back. Anything. Nothing really. Does he throw that late? Nope. Sack or throw out a sack, and he's 1 for 5 for 2 yards, 2 interceptions. And again, I mean, this is our third game of this little video, and these are just 3 straight games in all Madden head-to-head, right? This guy's Super Bowl, mind you. Let's go drop back. He throws it, and this is just bad user by me. It is. It's just something though that you have to like pick up on. Say, okay, like I can't let this happen again. 3rd and 7. I thought his halfback would like break out or something. And I dip super far down. His halfback breaks in, and he hits this seam route right above me. Yeah, it's annoying. Fair by him. That is a good route combo against what I'm doing. That is a good route combo. He's going to go hurry up, though, which means he's probably going to call it again here or again very shortly. We'll see if he does. He's going to throw. I mean, I don't know what he threw with that. I think he hit the wrong button or accidentally lobbed it or something. But nonetheless, 2nd and 10. A lot of times when you see people hurry up, they will stay in the same play because they think they see something or something. And so if you can just like recognize what they think they saw, you can just take it away. Now he's in bunch empty, or bunch wide. And notice, well, what am I doing differently? My defense is staying the same against everything. Too many people will be trying to do too much of what do you like to do against this and that and that and that. I want to play the game in a way that makes them adjust to me and not vice versa. And that's not to say that you don't have to adjust at all, but you really want them to have to adjust to you. Look, right here, user responsibility, this kind of middle of the area. Dig route comes to me. Can't throw it. Nothing there. And he ends up taking a sack. Now, if you're him, you want to throw that ball away. You don't want a huge sack like that. But so on this 3rd and 17, look what formation he's in this kind of spread set. And he has gotten the route open deep middle a few times, right? This kind of deep seam route. So look, we go Devin White, my usual hook curl. We put him at deep middle 3rd. Just to back him up some to help take that route away. And let's see what happens right here. We drop back. Boom. Takes that route away for a second. Honestly, didn't even do as good of a job as I thought it might. And he ends up running with Troy Aikman. Good pocket by him. Gets him to a 4th and 2. And we'll see. What does he do on 4th and 2? Let's go. Zone out. Boom. Good D. Quick throw. Yeah. Just a missed read by him. He had a touchdown on the outside, but he just misses the read. We give him a slightly different look. We send the blitz right here at him, which we haven't really done. And when you blitz people, dude, they just panic typically. This is a hard read to make to this outside sideline, and he just misses the read, man. Just misses it. And, I mean, that's pretty much GG's in this game. We take this back for 6. And, I mean, yeah, this game's cooked. You enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, boys. Hopefully this breakdown was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.